I've spent years working on mental skills training, and while I'm not a sports psychologist and I have some postgraduate qualifications in sports psychology, my field has been those 30 plus years of working with athletes of every level and seeing what motivates them, what gets them through, what makes them get to these levels where they can find everything that's in themselves on race day and perform. And some of what I've done there is reduce it down to 4 pathways, 4 questions that we need to ask ourselves to really get to the bottom of what constitutes our makeup and what brings us to a point in a race where we can get the most out of ourselves. All right. And the first one that I speak about, and not all elites feel this way, but most amateurs do feel this way, and that's the question of what are we afraid of? What is that anxiety about? What is that heightened arousal that we experience before we race and before tough workouts, or before we run with somebody that we don't know, or somebody that we know is going to challenge us? What is that experience about? And in most cases, that thing that we are afraid of is not being as good as we know we can be. And when our focus is on all of the things that can go wrong, and on how we will feel and how desperate we will feel if we don't achieve what we know we should achieve, then we can so easily fall short. So part of that is establishing what do we know, all right, about our fitness, and making sure that our understanding of what we are capable of is in alignment with our fitness and our ability and our reality. All right. The other thing too is just to be extremely honest with ourselves about what we would like to achieve. All right, and that leads us to the second question. Once we know exactly what we want to achieve and we have a sense that we can achieve that, then we can focus on the second question. How effective are we? How self-efficacious are we? How good are we at executing the various bits and pieces that constitute a race? All right, and if we put our focus on this is what we need to do for warm-up, this is how we need to be thinking before the race starts, this is the thought that must be in our heads when we reach the start line, the first mile, the second mile, the third mile, this is how we must run the race, this is our pace, all right, this is how we must deal with the hills, this is how we must deal with the downhills, this is how we must deal with the heat and the humidity and our competitors, and for each thing we have a plan and a strategy and a tactic. That level of focus takes us away from that subjective area where we say to ourselves, I'm not so sure I'm going to do today, I hope I don't let myself down, I don't want to be embarrassed, what am I going to say to so-and-so? That's the kind of thing that leads to those arousal levels that become disabling and paralyzing. But when we think about what we have to do and how we are going to execute, that helps a lot. All right. Third thing to think about is how valuable is the sport to us? How important is it for us to perform extremely well? All right. If we focus on the intrinsic value of the sport to us, what it feels like to be fit, what we enjoy about the sport, what the friends we've met in the sport, the kind of social opportunities that we get, what is it that we really like about how we run and how it feels to run and how it feels to exercise. By dwelling on those things, as we really find a way to get through those tough patches, those harder workouts, those days when the weather's not playing ball, those days when we're feeling a little bit off. All right, so spend some time figuring out what it is that you love about the sport, what motivates you, and then once you have a sense of what its value is to you, it's so much easier to execute. And the last thing, whether we like it or not, is the concept of how tough are we? All right, we know that we are a strange community of people in endurance sports because we enjoy suffering. All right, we are willing to delay gratification. We are willing to work hard and suffer for a very long period of time in order to get what we want. All right, and if we consider our training sessions and our approach to those races as voluntary, all right, we go out there, this is what we want to do, this is what we love doing, this is what we really lights us up and gets us going in the mornings. If we can focus on that and realize that if we can make ourselves tougher and tougher, go faster and faster in workouts, or do workouts that are at race pace, but we do them easier and easier, we know we're starting to get tougher. But it's important to know that training in and of itself is an exercise in emotional and mental toughness as well. Not just sitting down, doing some exercise about how tough you are, but actually going out in a session, observing yourself doing that workout, trying to find ways in which you can do that workout more easily, realize that it's voluntary, that it's not life or death, and it's something that you enjoy. And if you answer those 4 questions, you will find that you are much, much more capable of being a great racer at the end of the day.